Today, I want to talk about something that we all must have experienced at least once in our lifetime, and that is being hurt or getting heartbroken by someone close to us. It could be a family member, a friend, or someone we love, or even a colleague. I know from personal experience that these moments are tough. They stay with you and affect your confidence, how you trust others, and how you trust yourself, right? You start questioning your worth, and life might seem heavy. But what I've realized is that how we respond can either keep us stuck, right? Or it can also allow us to heal and grow. It is easy to feel overwhelmed by hurt when it's deep, especially when it feels like things weren't fair, that the people who hurt us should have known better. I mean, that is what it feels like. Like, why would they even do that? You know? And sometimes it is not just the person, but the way we have internalized the pain, the ways we've allowed it to shape how we see the world. We might replay that event, the event when we got hurt in our mind. Maybe trying to look for answers as to why did that happen with me, you know? Was I played so badly? Or wishing that things went differently. We wonder if we could have done something differently to prevent it even, or change the course of it, to not be so hurt, at the end of the day. But those thoughts can trap us in a cycle, feeding negativity and making it even harder to move forward, to step forward. Since you are stuck replaying that moment, what I've realized is that what keeps us trapped is not the pain itself, but the mindset we hold towards it. And I know it sounds like I'm victim blaming, but hear me out, okay? The truth is, hurt is a part of life. It is unavoidable. As much as we wish it weren't there, but the truth is that people hurt us and we hurt people. But the good news is that it does not have to define us. What does define us is how we choose to move forward after the hurt. That is where the power is. That is where the power lies, in how we see it, in what we choose to do with it. It's not about denying the hurt or ignoring it, right? But rather releasing the hold it has on you. Because we talk about taking the power back, and we want to grow. And if you want to grow, you must start by choosing to stop giving the same old pain space in your mind. Yes, that hurt happened. Yes, that person was being shitty to you. But it does not have to be the focus every day. You can acknowledge it and then move into a place of peace, not in spite of what happened, but because you are choosing to heal. Because you can hold on to that hurt till that day you die. And then what? Nothing will happen. You are just there and the person has moved on, and we don't want to do that. So I would love to hear from you how you've dealt with these moments when you got heartbroken or hurt by someone, right? And feel free to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments, because we all are walking similar paths and your experience might resonate with someone and might help them as well. Now, healing is not immediate. It's not like a switch, like you press it and everything is perfect and you're feeling better. No, it is not immediate. It does not happen overnight. However, it is indeed possible. When we start to reframe, looking at the hurt with a different lens, right? It becomes much easier to move forward with it. And instead of holding on to that resentment, that anger, or even the shame, that guilt of why we let that happen to us, we begin to see that our future does not have to be tied to our past. We can outgrow that, if not rewrite it, Now, this also involves setting boundaries, letting go of unrealistic expectations, or feeding your delusions of having that scenario never happen at all, and giving ourselves permission to stop reliving the same moment, those same events. That does not mean we don't learn from them. No, that is not what I'm saying. Or we forget that. No, not at all. It's just that we no longer let those moments, those people who hurt us, control who we are now. And speaking of creating space for growth, I want to take a moment to mention something I'm really passionate about, which is design. So if you are a business owner who is serious about refreshing their business or is looking for creating their brand, so I would love to help you in terms of branding and clothing design, website design, or running meta ads. I would love to help you with that. And you can reach out to me via Instagram, and the link is in the description right now. So coming back to our idea of how to deal with this hurt and heartbreak and how to heal throughout the process, So returning towards this idea, sometimes I want to reflect on how letting go of the past feels heavy. It feels very heavy. The thing is, even the past, the hardest parts of it all, can be reframed. Now you must be asking how, right? So we can shift our perspective of it to something more empowering. That's where we unlock the full potential of the present and the future. Now, there exists a version of you where those things that hurt never happened. This is not just a theory, but it is a thing that there is a version of you where that never happened. Not because they're not real, but because your focus has now shifted. So that hurt never happened. A version of you who is not tied to that event emotionally, who sees it as a part of the growth that shaped you, but no longer a weight to bear. I am not asking you to forget what happened to find the peace, but you can choose not to carry the anger or the pain anymore. You can parallel shift into a version of yourself where that hurt never happened. However, the lessons or the growth that you have done is going to remain with you. Now, it's true that we live in a world of suffering, and sometimes people hurt us and we hurt people. We don't even realize it, but we do. And in the ways that don't even seem fair or just. But if we look constantly for the past or dwell on what happened, right, we will remain stuck in the version of ourselves that has suffered. So, in order to move on, we embrace the power of shifting, that the past can change and how we choose to see it. We begin to step into a more whole version of ourselves, one that is capable of creating the life we want, rather than reacting to our old wounds. Now, as you practice letting go and shifting your perspective, you will find that the future now opens up for you in surprising ways, right? The pain that initially seemed unbearable, now peace starts to settle in those places that felt really heavy, and healing becomes more than just moving on or just something that you're neglecting. It's never about neglecting your hurt. It becomes choosing to create a version of yourself that is whole, no matter what anyone has done. Because in that moment, we are giving away our power and we want to take it back. The more you embrace the idea of letting go of past pain, the more you free yourself to build a future that's truly aligned with who you are. As I said earlier, the past does not have to dictate the future. You are indeed creating the future with very present moment. So now, what version of you are you stepping into today? As you reflect on this idea of healing, let yourself shift into this person who feels light and whole. One who knows that hurt no longer controls the direction of their life. Because if that hurt can control you, it can then control your frequency, and then you cannot attract to what is truly meant for you. So in order to attract or to step into the reality, that version of you, which is your true alignment, you need to let go. I know it sounds harsh and it sounds heavy. However, once you bring it into a real form, you will realize that life becomes so easy. Life becomes lighter. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.